Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 welcome to speak. Who you with, Kirk, dog? Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm Who You With, Kirk, dog. Hopefully y'all had a great day today. Man, it's something about that song. When that song come on, I just get the feeling good. Y'all know what night it is. Today is Thursday. Want to shout out to my boy Sean Martin, who actually put that song together for me. And his new CD dropped tomorrow. 3-0. Go get it on all your music platform. You can actually pre-order it. So definitely check it out. Sean Martin 3-0 come out tomorrow. So check it out. And y'all know what time it is. It's Thursday night. I see she trying to fix her light. It's time for Miss Risky. She's in the house. The things that happen behind
You
the scene.
caught me. I was like, I look a little dark in there. I need one of them rings. I think I'll invest in one of those beauty lights.
Yeah, I'm thinking about switching my lights up a little bit. I have 3, one on both sides.
Right now, I have just a desk light, and it has like a 200-watt bulb in it. That's what it feels like.
It do get a little warm from time to time. Welcome to the show.
Somehow it feels like we're out of sync or something. I don't know if that's me or you.
Not
then
sure.
we're flipped. Hold on. I may have to. Let me leave and come back on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, we are live. We are live.
Okay.
What about now?
Okay, that's better. Yeah, because you were on a. It was like I could see you, but you were on a lag.
Oh.
It was weird.
It's showing both our internet services great, so
yeah, it's like he's speaking, but his mouth isn't moving.
What it might been is could be that music still going. The computer still listening to it, like, all right.
It's something. That was weird.
But hey, it's Thursday night. I know we was talking off the air and we both like
Friday the 13th Eve.
Tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
It is.
Friday the 13th to me is great because I was born on the 13th. So not this month though, but hey, 13th is always good. I see Eva Donkey have came into the house. What's crack-a-lacking? T-Cal is in the house. T-Cal said, I hear that I found myself doing a little twerk to your song. Twerk. That's all right. What's up with Chits and Whiteboard? Oh, hey, she's a writer. That's where she keep all her work at. Don't pay attention to the background. Pay attention to what's coming through your speakers.
Yeah, don't be stealing my ideas. I see it's blurry. Like I have 3 different, and maybe 4 stories, but 3 different story ideas, and I have to keep them in order.
Exactly. TKL tell me she on that drink. Matter of fact, what are you drinking?
Just the Apothic Red. It's a smoother, it's just a little bit, just a little swoller, because I had a long day today.
Yeah, I understand. I'm I I didn't want to get this much, but I didn't want to leave a corner in the bottle, so I'm drinking a red Cali.
You're just like,
Snoop, I need a refill. Holla at me. Um, I'm not a big red wine drinker, but that red Cali and Black Girl Magic red wine is really good. Um, uh, what whiteboard are you talking about? Because I don't have no. He said never a dude with one. I don't have a whiteboard behind me.
yeah, he's never seen a dude with one. He's saying all the chicks he sees, they have whiteboards and boys don't.
Oh,
You boys
it-
don't. Y'all have other ways to collect your thoughts, I guess. I don't know.
well, I used to when I owned trucks. I had 3 of them in office, so yeah, got to keep stuff in order.
Yeah.
Got to know what
Everything
places are, where that
everything's
money
been
coming from.
color coded.
What had to keep the track. Got to keep track of the trucks.
Yeah.
Know who they picking up for. Know who we need to bill. So okay. Well, Risky, what you have on the history for tonight? I
Well,
know you have something
today,
good.
yeah, and it kind of relates to what we're using now, and it changed our lives. So this one is on Dr. Marion Kroc. Um, so we're gonna say she's the vice president, currently the vice president of engineering at Google.
What?
She previously served as senior vice president of research and development at AT&T Labs. She was born in 1955 in Pennsylvania and credits her father as an influence in her success through her childhood. He pushed her to pursue her passion of science uh, in as many ways, creative ways as possible. Um, and then in 1982, she attended Princeton University. And around that time, she also joined AT&T Bell Laboratories, where she served in various positions until September 2014. So she had a long career at AT&T.
Mm.
Many of her assignments, including working with voice and data communication. So here's how. Let's see. She holds over 200 patents in several areas, most which are VoIPs, which are voice over internet protocols, and maybe like 100 of those to be exact in the VoIPs. This invention helped advance technologies, including calling and text messaging on cellular phones. So while at AT&T, she dealt with AT&T's wireless services. In 2013, Dr. Marianne Croak left AT&T Labs and started working for Google as their VP. So she is responsible for expanding what the internet is capable of doing around the world. She was also around that time inducted into the Women in Technology International Hall of Fame. She serves on the Holocaust, Genocide, and Human Rights Education. Um, and thanks to her, we currently use Messenger, um, Skype calls, video conferencing. So everything we're doing now during this pandemic, we can credit to her.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, that's
she's
actually pretty good.
ahead of her time and stuff that we're using now, and she is still working.
Mm. Man, very smart. And,
And she's still working for Google, or
Yes, yes, she's there now.
no? Okay, maybe she can send us some of the greatest new adventures she have coming out.
Listen, this
Um,
woman, she has I want to say she has over 300 patent ideas with communication and data technology. So who knows? We could be having like implants in our heads. We'd be like, hey, I want to take that, or just anything to do with expanding our communication base.
uh,
So she's on it.
hey, that's a good thing. So, how y'all are walking around now, texting and everything else? It was she's the one that did it, made
Our
it possible.
conferences online for work.
FaceTime,
Yep, all that.
that's good.
All those dick pics that were coming through, credited to her.
Wait a minute. Oh, what?
Because she
Hold
was
on.
a part of texting, so you
Don't send
boys
them to me.
made that popular.
And don't send them to me. Uh,
I never got any.
all right. Don't. You know we had some.
Probably because they know I judge it. I'm like, "Ugh,
Um,
like, at least make it good. So I don't get any.
kind of like I seen a video the other day. I don't know if you. I don't know. I don't think you sent it to me. It was on Instagram or something, and the guy was um naked at a at a
Oh yeah, I sent that. It had the little dots. It is a video from Tosh.0, and I guess he's no longer with Comedy Central, and he's moving on to I forgot what network he's with now, but he's changed, and so he posted a video of a man at a festival who was naked as a jaybird, and
the only
officers are
one.
trying to get him under control, and they had a little dot where his penis was. I mean, of course, most of it was blurred out, but it was just funny that they just put a little black dot where his little wee man is. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, that was crazy.
I bet he
Uh,
won't go to festivals anymore naked.
exactly. So, man, that's good. Thank you for always bringing the history to us, getting some real good knowledge. Man,
I know. It's like, and it relates to us today. Like all these
exactly,
things we use now.
exactly. Um, so if you have an ideal that you're working on, continue to work on it, and you never know. It may be the next big thing. So if a kid is working on something, encourage them. Not only kids, but older people too. Work on it. You never know. You could change the world. Maybe the next big thing that everybody have to use, and you're rich. so tonight we're gonna actually talk about some stories I didn't get a chance to talk about last night, um, due to the show last night. But one thing I did want to mention, uh, I believe it was yesterday. New York Times front page said there's no evidence of fraud. For all the ones running around saying, "Oh, they cheated, it's fraud," and New York Times said there's no evidence of it. As a matter of fact, I think it was only kind of one that came out that was confirmed. Uh,
Yes, a woman who admitted that she voted twice for Trump. So if there's any fraudulent activity, it's on that side, but it still didn't matter because it was one sided.
exactly. So, and unfortunately, she need to go to jail because it been well known people that vote twice, knowing or unknown, they end up going to jail. The same thing happened with a young lady here in Fort Worth. Think she voted twice, and Think they trying to give her like 10 years in jail or something, or 10 or 20 years or something. Either way, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard time.
Um, even Eva Donkey said, yes, she do. She she does need to go. Hey, she gotta go. Uh, you listen to that fool in the White House, you want to. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up in jail. He gonna keep on lying and telling lies to everybody, and you and your families will be the ones suffering from it. So, um, while we talking, while we're talking about voter fraud, um, we're gonna talk about Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick. I told y'all, I'm telling everybody who voted that is registered to vote, not just in Texas, but all across the world. When your local election come up, get out and vote. Because when you have racist folks in office that listen to a clown that is in the White House, it's gonna trickle down. And um and what Dan Patrick have said, and I know we have attorneys that listen to the show, and I would like to know. But he made a statement the other day, offering up to $1 million for evidence for voter fraud, not just here in Texas, but anywhere. Now, you can offer that money if you want to, but you might want to read that fine line, um, because the person have to be convicted. Now, this dude is talking about voter fraud. Then he turn around. You don't get the million. I think it's like 25,000 per
25,000.
person or something. I'm like, really? So
But right now, that's a lot of money to some Yahoo. That's why they're getting a lot of crack calls at that hotline
wait a
they
minute,
have.
wait a minute, wait a minute. What was that young lady name that voted for Trump twice? I need to call Dan Patrick. What's her name? Hey, that's evidence. I need my money.
I
Dan
know, right?
Patrick, I need
But
my
I mean,
money.
she reported herself, so
No,
she thinks she's gonna get it.
she
Like she's on the books. We don't get credit for that one.
nobody have turned her in. It is
She turned herself in.
hey, she can't get the money. But
I
Dan
know,
Patrick,
but she probably thinks she does get
Dan,
it because as silly as she is, like she
nope.
admitted it. So it's like we don't get
What's
credit
her
for
name?
that.
Dan Patrick. She did it. She voted twice. That's voter fraud. She voted for Trump twice. Can I get
She
can I
admitted
get
it.
my cash? I don't want a check. I want cash.
Yeah,
Uh,
like Cash App it.
no, because I don't want cash. I don't want
No, Cash
Zelle.
App.
Nope, I
Just
don't
send
even
it to
want
my
cash
wire.
yet. I don't want none of that. I want cash because he's talking about paying for this money out his campaign fund.
Now, can he use those funds towards that? That's what I need to know. Like,
That's
I thought that was just for campaigning and things like that, but I mean, I guess it's an extension of it if you're, still holding on to hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
well,
Trump.
I briefly looked at it, but my thing is you are often a reward to get someone convicted of voter fraud, and you're gonna use your campaign fund. I'm like, that don't something just don't sound legal about that. I'm not an attorney, but if you are one, hit me in the DM. Tell me if it's legal for
I
him to
mean, it's
do it.
gotta be. I mean, because it's, I guess, technically a part of the campaign, and if
How is that
you
part of
want
his
to put your,
campaign?
well, I guess he wants Trump in office for his benefit. And he's using his, monies to fund it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how those things work, but it's got to be a reason, and and the money's there. What else are you going to use it for? Hookers and cocaine?
No, those are business opportunities.
Those are
according to some
business
of us.
expenses.
Exactly. That was a business arrangement. Or how did he say? That was a business agreement. And so, yeah. Either way, I
Yeah,
want to
they're saying
know.
every vote was legal vote was counted, and every illegal vote was disqualified. So, like, that's what it's come like. And in Georgia still doing something, or did they figure out there's no justification for
I
the
have
fraud?
I have no idea. Let me see real quick if um if they're still counting. Because I haven't checked it in a while. I just see where Biden at 290, Trump at 217. So he did come up four. He came up four. Uh, no, he was at 214 or 213.
Trump was at 214. Now he's at
217.
217 or something like that. And then Biden went down to, he's still way over. So it's like, even like he would need additional states to
Yeah.
turn their colors around, and it's unlikely.
Well, it look like Georgia and North Carolina are the only two that
That
are
they're
out
still
there.
working out, yeah.
And
But it's still not going to matter.
yeah, because even if he got Georgia and North Carolina, that's only 31 electoral votes, and that'll put him at 248. He still don't have enough.
Yeah,
So
and
what's the
Biden still,
argument?
yeah, like go and sit somewhere.
And that's the
He's like
only
that crazy girlfriend that won't go away, and you gotta like board up the house and change the locks and get the law to get her out, or your cousins, and she still finds a way to weasel into your life. You're like, I'm at your job.
yeah. That's and the problem is now look like it. There are still some states still counting from this report, but the lead is so far. There's no way possibly he could
Yeah,
catch up.
there's no way. So it's like he's beating a dead horse. It's like you're just trying to stay
Wasting our
relevant.
money.
Right. Just it's just a waste. Like keep it moving. And then he like they were talking about how he's gonna try to run for 2024. And I was like,
No,
well, you gotta concede first.
and
So bow out and then keep it moving.
then on top of that, he probably gonna be in jail.
I don't know. He'll figure out a way to weasel out, or he'll end up
Hopefully,
going.
he's in jail, in
He'll end up
prison.
in was it Brazil? Which one of them countries doesn't have extradition?
Yeah, but then again, he probably signed something in law that said he couldn't go to prison no more than one day. Um, knowing him, he'll sneak it in, and nobody paid attention to it.
Mhm.
Uh, um, that's a that's a oh boy.
I mean, like, what do you mean, like old school paper ballots? Like, are they still going through the machine? Because I did mine paper, because they opened up a bunch of polling places for early voting, and so mine was paper. I had to actually fill out the little color in the
You
little
had to take a test.
boxes. Yeah, and then run it through the machine. And you
What?
know what like? So it's like I don't know. I have no problems with it as long as everything is counted and they have it. You know, it all counts the same way.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess what he meant about
or maybe
the
like the
old
mail-in.
ballot, old school ballots was when Bush second run
where
Mm,
the push
the
down,
Chads, yeah.
yeah, the hanging chads. I was
So
like,
maybe
that's what they're called.
um so that's probably what he's talking about. 'Cause it took a long time for that race to be over too.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't remember much of that though. Like I just remember it being in the news, and that's
yeah,
when I learned that's what they were called. I was like, huh, okay.
I
There's a
I
name
would
for
have just
everything.
said, "Hey, that paper just hanging. Let's
Right. It
rip
didn't
it off."
fully, yeah. And that was probably the issue. It's like, well, they didn't fully commit. Well, maybe it was this one.
Are you saying
Who
that?
knows?
Welcome to the show at 10. Antonia Wood is watching. Welcome to the show. Um, yeah, that's probably the reason why Bush won that second one. So I don't know allegedly, but um, I think Trump have left the mark on the White House, kind of like Bush. Anybody
I
with the name
don't
Trump
know.
would not be able to
I
vote
mean,
again.
Bush, at least you know, he was cuckoo, a little cocoa puffs, but he was better than this thing we got in office now.
He's a
He
hell of a
listened.
lot
He had a
better.
team. He had a team to keep him together. And, yeah, sometimes he made some poor decisions, but at the end of the day, he listened to his cabinet members,
Yeah,
like, for the most part. And
but I,
like I still like if I saw him in a bar, I'd be like, "Hey, let's have a drink. Let's do shots."
oh,
Like he
he
seems like that
down
kind of
for it.
guy that you just hang out. You know,
But but
like
what really messed Bush up was of course 9/11
right,
and Katrina.
yeah.
And and when I thought about Katrina, I'm like, how could Kanye go from saying Bush don't care
Pushing
about black
white
folks
people.
to kissing Trump ass?
Well, remember, I think his mama was still alive there
Oh,
during that time, wasn't he?
never
Right,
mind. Never
right. He
mind.
was kind
Case
of
closed.
sane then. Yeah,
He didn't have a choice but to look at things the right way. So
he was. He wasn't as skewed and off then. And now he's in this crazy family where, like, I don't know if you've noticed in the Kardashian clan, the men don't fare well in that family. It's like they're like female praying mantis. Like
hey,
they make these dudes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
even their own family members.
Right. Like Rob, has anybody seen Rob? Rob
Mm.
done gained 300 pounds and he's like a recluse. Like he is just like, just give me snacks through the door. Like
Well,
every man in that household except, and I think Scott Disick, like even though he was kooky bird, like because he was from the same, he grew up wealthy and kooky, he could kind of relate to them. But even he's like got issues, but he's still staying in there. He just made it work for him. But outsiders coming into that wealth and craziness, they lose their minds. Like it's just a different environment.
and what was Kim's first husband name?
I don't know. That was one of the Jacksons' children.
No,
No, because remember, didn't she marry the Tito's son? Because she they went to prom, and then she was married to him for like a minute,
I thought it was
like she was 17 or something.
a football player or something or
Oh,
a
that
basketball
was
player.
later on because that was like her second husband.
Oh,
She was married at like 17.
oh,
Yeah, like before Ray J. Like there was like for like a
okay,
minute.
okay. Damian Thomas, Chris Humphrey, and now Kanye. Yeah. Ooh, I guess. I'm trying to figure out
Hey,
who.
Marcellus.
Yeah, you see, he's looking for you. Um, well, I don't know. Well, he was a
Like, I
gospel.
think because they annul that they don't count it, but she was 17. Like her first marriage when she was like a teenager and it was annulled, but that
No,
counts.
no, they was married for 4 years.
When she was youngin'?
Well, if
Hold on.
Damian
Yeah.
Thomas was okay, so it's
2001.
a possibility she could
So
have had another
yeah,
one.
she did because they talked about it before. Let me see, marriage
Well,
for
damn.
Damon.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me do some research right quick.
Because from what I'm seeing,
Oh no,
uh, maybe they
hold
wasn't
on.
together because um
Where-
hold on. We're trying, like I tell you, we are live.
Oh, maybe
It's
it is. Okay, so she was 19 and she was suffering domestic violence at the hand of Damian Thomas. Uh, so I guess that was her first. Because
and
I know
he's
she was a teenager.
and he's older than her. I think he's
Yeah,
like 10 years older than her.
because I just remember it was like a lot of stuff going on with that. So yeah, so that man. Okay, so that's the first one. Because I just knew she was a teenager, but I don't
And
know who Damien is.
he's a gospel artist. I don't know who he is either. I pulled up his information. He's a gospel artist. Don't know if he's still doing it, but um, he won the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song, Grammy Award for Best Gospel Performance / Song. Um, I guess he done some work with the Underdog and Chris Brown, but he's 10 years older than her, and
Yeah, I know he was an older guy, so that makes yeah. So that must have been him.
if he was messing with a 17
Producer.
year old at
Because I just
27.
remember there was some talk and it was like very taboo. Um, but I didn't remember who it was. But I thought it was one of the Jackson dudes because I know she went to prom with the Tito Jackson's. I think it was Tito's son for like a minute.
uh, Let me ask that question. Thanks to our history lesson today, we're able to use Google. Um, so,
Let's see, Jackson. And I think it was in 3T. TJ Jackson.
okay, I think I kind of
So
remember that.
yeah,
Uh,
let me see. Did it have a prom picture? Yeah, there they go. Looking all cute
okay. Oh,
with them brows,
so
with her original nose and lips.
so Kanye is man. Is that why Tupac made this song? I get around. Um, that was wrong. Allegedly, get around. um,
I don't know. We saw the video. Ray J is still rich because of that video.
no, Ray J not rich.
He still gets that big. He gets like a nice chunk of change, like the royalties.
Yeah, but
He's still like he's got to be a millionaire because of those
oh
checks.
yeah, he's a millionaire because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
he have the earplug, the
Yeah, like
headset,
he
and
like even if without that, he'll still be good. Them like people want to see that big old booty do nothing.
hey,
She was very lazy. Like I watched it, I was like, I almost fell asleep. I was like, is she awake? Huh? Did they do something? Oh, he jiggled her booty. And he that's what you do during that video. That's it. And it's just like no energy in that video.
now according to what I'm seeing, did that tape come out in '02 or in '07?
I don't know. Uh,
Because that's when she became famous. Once that
Oh yeah,
tape came out, and if
yeah.
it was in '02, her and Damien was still married.
I'm pretty sure. Like I think like because he was like I don't think they were really technically together. Because like I
Yeah.
said, I thought it was annulled because she was like married for like a minute. I didn't know
Oh,
on
talking about
paper it was a long time.
Damien and Kim was
Okay.
married for
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah. So I think on paper they were probably married 4 years, but I
Yeah.
don't think they were together for 4 years.
I, I don't even know what we talking about there.
I
They
don't know
probably
either.
love probably love the fact we mentioned their name because I don't care about them. Uh, but yeah, so wait a minute, what happened? Oh Lord, I didn't clear one of my stories out. Um,
Oh, it says Ray J makes about 360,000 in royalties per year for the video.
I'll take it.
Listen, listen. You'll be all right. That's a nice life. Like even if you go like he doesn't create anything else. Music, I guess he's doing music or reality shows. He could still retire nice, you know?
Yeah, I
That's
know
a nice little
he
chunk of
flies
change.
around on a private plane, so
Well, he needs to stop doing that.
was said that 360,000 not
Listen,
enough.
save it up.
Um,
Better do American
yeah,
business.
that's not enough. So, man, Sergeant Joseph Hanley.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, I guess for those who are not familiar with that officer, I'll take you back because this took place in April.
Yeah,
April 19th. Providence Sergeant Joseph Hanley was caught or could be seen on video via the body cam and a bystander um, dragging 28-year-old Rashad Gore out of a vehicle. Um, he was seen punching and kicking him while he was in handcuffs. Then at one point, it shows the officer kneeling on his head during the arrest. Um, let's see. Like I said, it was caught on multiple video sources. He was kicked in the ribs. He was at one point bouncing up and down on his head while pinning his knee against the side of Gore's face and neck. Um, Hanley also walked on Gore's legs and kicked him in the head. So he did a whole bunch of stuff. It was like over and beyond. And it looks like the cops responded to a domestic dispute that was in the area. They didn't say exactly what he was arrested for or why they got him. But once they got him in the car, they charged him with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. And during this abuse, like Gore is repeatedly asking, "What did I do?" And the officer responded, "You act like an asshole from a block away, and then all of a sudden you don't want to act like an asshole." Like just random, like so you just arrested him for being an asshole? Like we'd all be arrested. So on November 11th, the police civilian oversight panel in Providence, Rhode Island, released the footage of the incident, which resulted in the officer facing an assault charge. Eventually, the charges against Gore were dropped in August, and they settled a potential legal claims against the city. Um, so they ended up giving Gore like $50,000 just to, you know, I guess try to appease the situation, and that's their attempt to apologize for the situation. But Jose Bautista, executive director for the Providence External Review Authority, said that he decided to contradict the authorities' vote because they didn't want this video out. And he went against them, and he's like, "We have to release this, even though it may cost him his job." The city and state also opposed the release of the video, but they eventually yielded, and it was out because, like I said, it wasn't just the body cam video. And I think if a passerby or a bystander didn't also have video on her phone, we wouldn't have seen this video and we wouldn't have known about this.
mm. And not only that is, and that's why we always say it's good to have a civilian police oversight board to kind of help control these type of incidents, and they can make recommendation. He is facing charges um, at this time for assault, and something else. I forgot what it was.
Hold on, I have it somewhere.
Yeah,
Uh, where did I put it? Put it somewhere. I have the handwriting of a serial killer.
okay.
Yeah, I think this one just says assault charge. And hold on, because he was eventually suspended
He should have been
without
fired and
pay.
never
So, okay, so he has pleaded not guilty to a misdemeanor assault, which he was charged with in May. Criminal proceedings are ongoing. He remains suspended with pay.
vacation.
Pretty much.
That's all it is, a paid vacation. And he was charged. Oh no, that was Gore. But either way, he should.
Yeah, it should be not no pay. Like you see the videos. Like how do you dispute that? Like that he went over and beyond. And then like even during the arrest, it's like it wasn't even like they weren't even responding to something he did. They were in the area and they put him in the car and it was fine and dandy, and then this Hanley decides to play cowboy and pull him out and abuse his power. Like everything was calm until he entered the picture
Okay.
because he felt like he could.
Yeah. That's. I think when stupid folks do stuff like that,
Hmm.
um, they really um need to charge them the fullest because
Right.
he violated his civil rights. Not only that, he assaulted this man, could have killed this man. This could have been one of the first incident of George Floyd if he would have stayed on that man's neck,
Hmm.
walking on him like a dog,
Exactly.
and looking at this
Like
picture.
just, and it's just crazy because it's like, again, like what you say, Black Lives Matter, because you look at these images and these videos and all these situations, and Black lives are disposable. Like
Exactly.
nobody cares. Anything happens to us, what's the first thing they say? What did they do?
They pull up our background.
Right. What did they do? They must have done something wrong. Well,
Exactly.
no, we don't. That's the problem. Like
I
people
was kissed by
automatically
the Lord.
assume because of what's in the media and how we're betrayed, we're all criminals. We all live in a system. But if you look around and actually take note and stock of all the people in your environment, not all black people are on a system. Most are educated.
Exactly.
It's just a small subdivision of those who are being amplified in the media. Just like not all white folks live in double wides and wear wife beaters and live off of their, overweight one girlfriend who works at a diner. Like that is not reality. It's a small subdivision. Like it is ridiculous. And just the fact that of all the people in the world, we're the ones that are most dumped on and most mistreated. And people are like, well, you're just crying, why? Like, well, stop doing it. And then they bring up slavery. No, this is current. We're not talking about slavery. It's like people are still treating us like modern day slaves, like we're nobody,
Exactly.
you know?
Um, so um, I don't know if you seen the comment that Eva put up a while ago, and I just got an alert on my phone saying that Trump supporter are flocking to TV station claiming that President Biden is not the president elect. And then while you was talking,
Hmm.
I decided to pull up what Eva said, and Trump tweeted earlier today, and they fact checked him. Uh, they claiming that Trump have tweeted claiming that the election machines, the company that operate them, deleted 2.7 million votes for him and gave them to Biden. And of course, that's a lie. But we still gonna have people to say it's true, and
Right.
it's not. As they said 4 years ago, Trump won, get over it. But damn it, Biden won, get over it. Let's move on. You cannot keep on harping on the same thing and expect a change. You have to move forward. That's why I said before the election, we know somebody gonna win, someone gonna lose.
And not everybody's gonna like them, or either way it goes. Just like with the Hillary and Trump. Like nobody really liked Hillary, but it was the lesser of the evils. But he ended up winning, and you could say, eh, what if she went out and was like, we need to recount these votes? There, like she bowed out. She was like, he won. Like, why can't he just be like, yeah, say la vie, you won? Because it's like he's just a big man baby, and he wasn't even a sore winner. Like he's just too much.
He just need to lick his wound and move on.
Yeah, just keep him moving. Cause he keep doing all this digging. Guess what? Some of his bones and underage
Some of his
consorts are gonna come out.
skeletons gonna come out the closet. Then he's gonna be like, "Oh no, I was just playing."
Like Mr. Small Hands and Feet. You better sit down.
So, Eva asks if we still believe there's Russia interference in the 2016. I feel like it possibly could be.
Who knows?
It's
I
a
mean,
good
there's probably
chance.
interference with all these elections, but again, whatever the outcome is, it's like it is what it is. Like
Exactly.
we have policies in place, and it's like checks and balances for a reason, and you just hope that they work in the long run, regardless of who's in power.
And what we have to do as the people, that's why it's very important we get out and vote, not just for the presidential election, but also our state election and also our local election, because that's where our laws are being made. And you cannot just automatically assume your vote don't count. You don't have to vote. So many other people going to vote. It's going to be okay. That's what happened in 2016.
Hmm.
People didn't want to vote. And I'm
Or
still
they split it between Hillary and the third party, and Trump slid right in.
exactly. Matter of fact, I felt like after one debate, he was planning on quitting.
Because
He
he didn't even actually think he was going to make it that far.
exactly.
Like,
But
so
then
it's
they start
like,
praising him, talking about how good he did.
right.
Then at
And
that point, he got a
he turned it into
second
a
win.
reality show.
So
So that's what he did. He turned this into a reality show.
exactly.
And that's how he worked it. And that's not how a leader should be.
And as quiet as it's kept, a lot of oh boy, uh, as quiet as it kept, Trump is still downplaying this COVID. I just heard right before you and I came on, Risky, a bishop that was in his camp that was at the White House quite a bit recently passed away. They suspect it could be COVID, but don't know for sure. So, um, and I know here in Texas, the numbers are going crazy. I think I don't know what the numbers are in Dallas County today, but I think they said last night, either the last 3 or 4 days, have been over 1,000 cases in Dallas County and Tarrant County. And I think at one point I think Dallas County, one of them had like 1,300 new cases in
Yeah.
one day.
I think they're going to end up shutting Texas down. They need to. They really do. Because even in my neck of the woods, there's like all the games, the football games, they're being canceled. A Capel school, which is like 10 minutes away from me, if that, um, is like they had a bunch of students and faculty test positive for COVID. So it's just like you gotta stay in the house, put some some goat's blood on a seal, and try to protect yourself because this is where we are at this point. It's like yeah, get your food delivered and just get your ramen noodles and prepare for the next wave.
Well, I feel like we don't know what's going to happen. They are encouraging people to get out and get tested because we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We don't know who have it, who don't have it.
Right.
But you can't take a chance. You can't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hospitals are at capacity. Like,
exactly.
just stay home. But people are still roaming around like kumbaya, like nothing's happened. And I'm like even my grandmother, I asked her about Thanksgiving, and she told me to stay home. She's like, stay your butt home. And if you must come by and get a plate, you can pick it up on the porch.
Yeah, they
So
put it on
I
the
was like,
porch and
I'll
keep
yes, I'll
moving.
stay home for Thanksgiving. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely is. And people have to start being smart about it. That's kind of like it was a college game last week. After the game, all those students ran out on the field, and most of them didn't have a mask on. The NFL, even the Cowboys, have a player that actually have the virus now. They have a a bye week this week, which I thought they've been on a bye week every game where they keep losing. But they have a bye week this week, and they hoping it'll get them time to heal. Kind of find out when they played Pittsburgh, one of the Steelers players had the virus. He tested positive after the game. But my thing is, people have to look at everything instead of doing what's going to make them money because they said that player did not um didn't practice the day before because he felt bad. He didn't practice the day before the game. Okay, if he didn't feel good, don't let him play. Test him, find out what's going on. They didn't get the results till after the game and kind of found out he was positive. How many people was he around after the
Exactly.
game? After the game, he was hugging uh the players from the Cowboys players, and now they starting to get it. So, and these schools are getting it too. A lot of football games being canceled, not just in high school, but also in college. A lot of them are being canceled. Um, so it's pretty crazy. You have to take this serious. You have to. This virus is not fake, how Trump say it is. It's not going nowhere. It's not blowing over like he say it would. You have to take this thing serious. Um, Matter of fact, a story just came out 2 hours ago. Illinois governor urged people to quarantine ahead of Thanksgiving. Why? Because people gonna act like this virus is gone, and they gonna go and uh, hang out with family and friends. So it's not good. It's not good. That's why we said we will be here Thanksgiving night. Um, Speaking with people that may be by themselves, being able to talk to them, because a lot of people have lost a lot of loved ones. Um, right now in Texas, we had 1.05 million um, total cases. In the U.S., we had 10.6 million. That's a lot. That is a lot. And people, we have to do better, protect ourselves. Matter of fact, this this is how jacked up it is. My wife and I, uh, we had to make a run today. I told you we was going to take another test, but unfortunately, they had closed before we got there. Um, so I needed to get some buns. So I went by the little bread shop, got some buns. And this guy in line in front of us, he on his phone, he kept pulling his mask down below his chin while he's on the phone. Then he'll pull it back up, pull it down again as he started talking, pull it back up. I said, "Excuse me, sir. Could you pull your mask up?" This fool tucked the mask, put it over his nose, and the woman behind me, before I could say anything, she was like, "That don't do no damn good. If you got your mouth open, if you're not gonna cover your nose and your mouth, it's not gonna do no good." I left it alone. He stayed on his phone call, but that's the type of problem we have. And people just don't understand it.
Yeah.
They
And I
don't.
just sent you the story. So it looks like the feds announced a coronavirus vaccine agreement with the drugstores. And so I guess by the end of the year, they're going to try to make it available for free. That's how bad Corona is. Like, they're creating this drug that's, I don't even know if it's really been tested that good, but they're offering it for free.
Yeah, but you better read
Yeah,
that
listen, y'all gonna be
side
barking
effect.
or speaking Russian.
Be like, we're gonna give it to you for free. You probably
Yeah,
have a
we
little
didn't
side
test
effects.
all the side effects,
If you start
but
having a finger sticking out your neck like this, don't worry about it.
it's like if you grow a
You're okay.
tail,
You're still living.
yeah.
But the bottom line is, it's definitely uh, we have to pay attention to it. Take this thing serious. I've been saying ever since they went to open things back up. I've always said we're gonna
They
go.
did it too fast.
They did it too quick, and I always said we're gonna be shut down again. Unfortunately, we will be shut down again. Have nothing to do about what political party or politics you follow. Have nothing to do with that. But if you want to blame that, blame the fool that did not take it serious from the beginning. That's who you blame. That's why he got voted out. People tired of having to deal with him, and he's not taking it serious. He don't. He lied to us for what, 3 or 4 months? That
But even at state level, people are still lax with this whole idea.
exactly.
Like they're all about the money. It's like at the end of the day, like if all of us are dead, like who's gonna be making your money? Like
Well,
people are dying. You can
that's
only make
kind of
so much money. You got to protect the people.
that's kind of like Dan Patrick. Um, I believe he was the one that made the statement before talking about that the older people would die to reopen the economy. Now this fool putting out $1 million offer for somebody who could prove voter fraud. That's telling you they don't give a damn about you. They don't care about you. Only thing they care about is making money. That's it.
Because it's like if they really wanted to know if it was a voter fraud, they have ways to figure it out. They can see. Like if somebody had voted twice, or if somebody who wasn't supposed to vote voted, like they can figure it out. They like let's get real. The government, they can figure it out if they wanted to.
Exactly. And it's not only that, on one of the news I was watching, they said when they was counting the votes, the two people sitting at the table, one a Democrat, one a Republican, they verified the vote, they put it in, and once the vote is counted, it come out of a machine and it runs that person's name to make sure they did not vote twice. If it comes up where they voted twice, the machine kick it out and they have to verify if they voted twice. So there you go. All these people talking about uh voter fraud and all of that. You must remember only one person told somebody to go out and vote twice. And that's the one that's yelling the most, talking about voter fraud. Man, take your damn laws and move on. That's all you have to do. Take your laws and be done with it. Um, but hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. So it was um no, those turned out to be belong.
And just to respond to Evil Donkey, uh, who I guess is questioning just more than just the orange man. Like, I don't trust anyone in government. I mean, they're just used car salesmen. It's just who's going to give you the better deal and not that lemon. Like, that's it. They're out for themselves at the end of the day. And clearly with this pandemic, as we stated before, they're all about the mighty dollar and not their constituents or their people. They just, want to make that money. You know, that's it. I trust no one that has that much power because clearly they're not doing the right thing with that
Exactly.
power. And just the fact that they create, like Congress, they create the laws that we're supposed to follow, but it doesn't apply to them necessarily. Like lifelong positions and all that stuff. Like if you represent us, well, guess what? You retire like us. Get
Exactly.
your 25%
And
and keep it
and
moving.
not only that, he said he believes CDC is lying. And I'm like this. I would trust the CDC before I trust Trump
Exactly. But at
because
least,
they are
because they're
trained in that
scientists.
field. They train in it. Trump just guessing. And we already seen what Trump would do. He'll lie until he don't have a choice but to admit that he lied.
But, even if he's faced with that, do you think he would really admit anything? He would find a way to kind of skate around it or ignore it. And it's oh, I never said that. I never met this person. We got a photo of you having dinner with this man. And y'all, and the audio saying, oh, he's a great guy, but now you don't know him. Like Trump, he's like, what did I say? He's got that mythomania. He
Exactly.
just tells stories. He just can't help it.
Well, he never would have said a thing if he didn't know that guy was writing a book. If it wasn't from him writing a book, never would have came out. And then this also the same person said he didn't know who in the hell David Duke was, but he was trying to get him a position in his cabin.
Epstein, I never met the man. You, Melania, and his wife, like y'all were all together. Y'all
Pictures.
were at Mar-a-Lago together. Like what? Like he's like Shaggy's song. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I caught you in the shot. It wasn't me. He's
Our
like,
old
but we got
blues song.
video.
If you didn't come up and touch me, it
Like
wasn't me.
he's just ridiculous, and this so I think he lied so much to where now if he told the truth, it's just like whatever. Like it's just his thing. Like we'll never know what he's telling the truth about. It's like we just take it with a grain of salt. It's just like he's just at the end of the day he's just a reality television mogul and
Yep.
destroyer of real estate.
Exactly. And a big liar. Um,
And a lover of mail order brides.
hey, well, do you think he can actually get a woman here? Well, we're gonna leave that alone.
Listen, a dude at the post office can get a mail order bride. I saw the ID channel show about it. She came.
Anybody could get a mail order bride, long as you had that money.
Yeah,
That's a business
it
transaction.
is and
Mhm.
she came over thinking he had more than what he had, and then she was trying to get out.
Even I seen where his ex-wife even said Trump is not a big. He don't take losing good. He
Mm-mm,
don't take it well at all.
mm-mm. Yeah,
And so,
Ivana. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, come on, like look at him. He's arrogant, and he's in his mind larger than life.
yeah,
And it's just like even if he's the butt of a joke, he's gonna do it on a grand scale and make you think, oh well, he's celebrating this craziness, and then make you like do a double take, like wait, that was an insult, but he's making it into a spectacle. So he has a way of turning things into to his favor, and
exactly.
it's amusing, but it's for reality television, not for running the government.
And that's why we say all the time, we
And
only
now we're
speak.
stuck with senile and dementia. It's like, but again, at least one of them's in politics. That's it. That's all I got.
And you know what's crazy? Trump, he would lie about everything. It don't make a difference what it is. You could tell him he have on a red hat. He'll say no, you have a blue one on. He'll lie about that. Try and convince you that you had the wrong color hat on.
Right.
So that's just what he do.
He's just a used car salesman. He just, he sells lemons, but he knows how to shine them up and make them look like, you know, Cadillacs.
Exactly. Um, but that's what's going on. I'm gonna hit on one other story before we get up out of here. I don't know if you heard about the this happened in Menlo Park, California. A school board president in the Bay Area has resigned after his wife tweeted about Vice President elect Kamala Harris. So he had to resign because of it. He
Now, I
chose
didn't
to.
see his comment, but I did see the story on my feeds. And I'm pretty
Um,
sure it has some racial undertones.
Marriott Philip Van Verlo tweeted Sunday in response to comments about Harris' qualification that all she need to be qualified as a black, crude term for female genitals. That's what they have in here. No brain needed. She also posted several other crude remarks, prompting dozen of parents to demand her husband recognition. They told his ass to resign.
So he was sexist, racist, and just just
Oh,
all the is.
she was, and he said he didn't know his wife was like that. John Van Verlo, John Van Verlo. Um, he was the president of the school board in Bay Area, and his if you married to somebody, you know exactly how they are.
Exactly.
Because if not, the next story we should be reading about is he divorcing her. Now, I'm just saying, because if y'all not on the same page,
So like you figure this out before you get married.
exactly.
Like with religion, and it I mean, and I do get it. To like, you don't really always know all the person that you're with because that people keep secrets and they're not always 100 with their counterparts. But it boggles my mind that people get in these relationships and then all of a sudden they break up because of religion or the fact that they want kids and one doesn't. You know what I mean? I'm like, these are conversations that need to be had before the marriage.
Okay.
Like, you
Okay.
have children. Oh, they're going to be Christian, but I'm Muslim, and they're going to be like, it's just crazy. And if they wear a white pointed hat at the end of the day. My bad. I kicked my laptop.
You trying to kick us off there?
I did. I was trying to
um,
kick out racism.
so his statement was, uh, da, 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 Meredith Phillip Venderlo, a supporter of President Trump, apologized in another post saying her vulgar words were written in a moment of disappointment. Yeah. Said she was deeply sorry and ashamed, adding that she'd been taking medication for a recent for a
She always
schedule
called alcohol and
drugs,
medication
alcohol and drugs.
for
So
racism and
I'm like this.
sexism. No, this is just who you are.
I say it all the time. Well, the old school saying is a drunk person never lie. A high person never lie because they're gonna speak their truth. You knew before you was on that medication, you knew exactly what you was looking for. Then on top of that, you said you're a Trump supporter. Somebody who speak racism all the time, make racist comment all the time, that have racist tendencies all the time. But hey,
Guilty by association.
I'm just saying
Like, you align yourself with those kind of people.
gotta be
It's like
careful
they
who you
think
vote
we
for.
align ourselves with criminals and we're all criminals. Well, y'all wear pointed white
Exactly.
hoods. So,
And not only that, I didn't even I thought about I was gonna do the story last night, and then I remember texting you earlier as if you was watching Smash the Topic. Shout out to Smash the Topic, who is always on the scene first here in the Metroplex before the news station get on there. But it was a protest that happened today at a DISD bus station. One of the biggest bus borns for DISD. Well, apparently, um, some of the supervisors have caught COVID. They had COVID. Um, they didn't tell nobody. Then a driver ended up catching it. Driver went to the hospital. She said she ended up getting COVID. Told them, look, y'all need to tell people. Um, y'all need to tell people that I have COVID. Now, kind of find out, it been several people in the office that have gotten COVID, and they haven't said anything. They all on quarantine, but they didn't tell the bus drivers. Didn't tell the bus drivers. So the bus drivers are going out and kids, picking up kids, dropping them off. Nothing. So they had a protest and they demanded that they all been tested. They get tested because too many people. Now these supervisors been around all these bus drivers, and it had to be over 100 of them out there. So that's something that most people don't think about when it comes down to COVID. Which some of the schools here in the Metroplex have gone back to virtual learning, but people not looking at this well-being of the people that have to pick up the students, drop them off, and I heard one person say, um, it been times when we got to the school and the schools are closed. Nobody is communicating. So that's a problem within itself. We have to take this COVID serious enough. Um, so um, it's really crazy out here. We have to look at these bus drivers as first line workers because they are picking up these kids, taking them to school, bringing them home safe, and they are getting it too. When we have this type of system in place where people are not taking the step to protect everybody, it's not good. Matter of fact, the young lady that said she caught COVID and said the whole time she was in the hospital, her temperature was normal, but her test was positive, asymptomatic, because you can have it and don't
Not
know
have
you
any
have it
symptoms.
and then have no symptoms, but she knew she didn't feel good. She knew this and she went to the hospital. But for these companies to not take this serious enough, they should have been providing tests for these employees way beforehand. They should have hired a nurse on staff to make sure everybody at that school born, the drivers are all in good health. Taking the temperature don't really work no more.
It does not.
So that's that's crazy. Um, it's really crazy. But some people still gonna say this virus is fake. You might want to open your eyes and pay attention. It's way too many people that have gotten it. It's way too many people that have died from it.
Right.
And people still saying, oh, it's fake news. It's fake news. No. In America, we have 242,000 deaths. Now, just imagine that. Worldwide, it's 1.29 million. We have 242,000. That's a lot.
A lot of people.
So you want to continue to feel like this virus is fake? Go ahead. Go ahead. When when you end up in the hospital on a ventilator,
And that's if you're lucky.
if you're lucky, if you're lucky, and then you mess around and unfortunately, if you end up passing away from it, now your family having to come up with a GoFundMe to get you cremated. So take it serious. This is no joke. It's not a game. You have one life. That's it. Once it's over, it's done. Dead and gone. Game over. Game is over. Just like this show for the night. it's it's over. Um, we want to appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Eva Donkey, T. Cal, Marcella Smith, um, even the ones that showed up, I did not see them, but please do not take it personal. Antonio Woods, I seen that he came on, and anyone else that came on Facebook. They're doing a lot of update to the system, so some things do not show up. I will see it once I get off, but I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Risky, where can they find you at?
I can be found at RSKEE on Instagram, which is my stomping ground, Twitter, Facebook, rskeebooks.com, which is where my works are. Hopefully next year I have some additional works on there. So that's pretty much it.
Well, that's cool. Um, as always, you can find me on Facebook, Periscope. Uh, Not Periscope, but you can leave a message.
You're on there.
I'm on Periscope too, but Instagram. Um, we're working on some new things for the show. Um, you could go to my Facebook page and click on the merchandise. Click on it and support the show. You know, we have masks because you need them. You need them. Have masks on the shows, some shirts, pullovers, up in Canada, wherever you are when it's cold. We even got outfits for the doggy. So, and also have some coffee mugs. We're gonna be bringing up some new designs real soon, and so definitely check it out, get what you like, and hopefully you like it. But also Sunday show, Sunday night 8 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna have a gentleman on, um, Rico Alexandra, which is doing some great things in the community. Um, he's actually giving out 10 family vegan meals for Thanksgiving. So he'll be on the show to talk about that and his testimony. Mm. Yeah, his testimony is he was going to come on the show tonight, but I said, look, we can't just have you on just for 10 or 15 minutes. We'll do a whole show with you. So Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, really cool, brother, and make some hell of a guacamole. Um, I've actually had some, and he do a lot of vegan food here locally. So definitely check him out. You can follow him on Facebook, YouTube, Dope Boy to Hope Boy. And that name should tell you a whole bunch. So we're gonna hear his testimony Sunday, and we will be talking to him on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. So until then, I love each and every one of you. Appreciate it, Miss Risky. Until Sunday, you see me online, hit me up. I will communicate with you and go from there. And don't forget about Sean Martin CD tomorrow coming out. 3030. Check it out. Should be hitting at midnight. You can pre-order on all your music platforms. So definitely check it out. Until then, see you Sunday night, 8 p.m. Love each and every